Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to a brand new round of the GP4OC World Championship of the GP4OC Championship 2023 season. I'm your commentator, Robert, and alongside me is Franco. Hello, Franco.
Bom dia, or more likely, hello everyone.
We have
Here
arrived in
in
Portugal
yeah,
for round 13 of the season. Let's get qualifying underway, shall we? It's going to be bone dry weather, and we're using hard tires for today's race. Franco, we got some contract announcements since the last time we went racing.
yeah. I think we got some of the contract announcements, but I think it's fair to say that the biggest one is Armarca returning to Red Bull on a yearly deal.
Yes.
First time for Armar in Red Bull since 2017. So it's gonna be interesting to see who will partner Armar.
Yes, that's true. As Gabriel Gomez is waiting to get his session underway. Let us know your predictions in chat, guys. Who's going to be eliminated? I'm going to say one Williams, one Sauber, both Astons, and both Ferraris.
I think both Astons, one Ferrari, one McLaren, one Sauber, and one Williams.
All right, as Hiroshima De Rosa has gone out onto the racetrack, he will be the first car to set a lap today.
Speaking of De Rossi, he had a good race last time round in Monza, finished seventh, clinching important points for McLaren. Of course,
Yes,
De Rosa, sorry, I was about to say that De Rosa needs these results, get a contract for next season, because as of right now, it's unknown where he will be, considering McLaren has announced two different drivers compared to their current lineup. So it's going to be interesting where we will see Hiroshima. So going to be curious to see where will be Joseph Willows, who today starts his 350th race in the OC fraternity. Thanks, Dennis, for the stats.
yes, indeed. As De Rosa is
So
ready to start his lap.
you can commentate, Rob.
Yes, of course, that was the plan. As here we go with De Rosa. Out of the last corner we go onto the front straight. It's a fast section of the track. Building up the gears up to 8th gear. Here we go. De Rosa has started his lap. The run is very fast, but you have to break down hard for Primera. The first corner. Break down and be very careful with the track limits. You don't want to overshoot as you go through turn 2 and now 3 at Lagos. Clip that apex nicely and get on the traction through the left-hander, blind uphill apex of turn 4. As in towards Torre Vip we go down the hill, 21.3 in the first sector for De Rosa. Dip the apex and get some good traction on exit. Take some curb on the exit for good measure as you go through the left and then the right. Down in towards Samsung and now up the hill we go. Very difficult traction on this corner. You need to be very on it as we go down the hill, through Craig Jones, through the left-hander, and in towards Portimao, corner named after the city and the racetrack. Here we go through the right, and then the left of this left-hander. And then comes another left. Careful on the braking here. You don't want to overshoot and go wide. It could cost you plenty of time. As we go into Sagres, the next right-hander, 180 degrees, so you need to be on it. With the throttle early, get the best traction you can, best lap time. Gallop his last corner, flat out, and Kirshima also will finish his lap. What time is he going to set? Is a 1 minute 16.6 for everybody to beat. Chatfield, can he do anything to beat that? No, it's a 117 for him. 001. Ka goes fastest as expected from the Mercedes. Blackwood goes third quickest. Gomez goes fifth. He's the slowest so far. Patel, he goes into P5. Martins goes P2. Zontag next to cross the line. He goes P6. Joseph Frederick Suto is next to cross the line. Where is he going to go?
Nos, off. Then Burn.
Burn goes
Burn.
third fastest. George Roque goes third fastest now. As Quag is next, where is he going to place himself? He goes P4, splits the two Red Bulls. As Chung goes P7, Federi goes P6, Wallinger goes P10, Sazonov P14 for him, Anderson P18, Lopez P17, Joseph Willows P18. As Pernian goes third fastest, Michael Mocha is the last car to do a lap in his home race, and he is P10. So at the moment in the drop zone are Patel, Gomez, Lopez, Willows, Soto, and Anderson. Both Toyotas in the drop zone. I did not expect that.
Yeah, generally Toyota is struggling a little bit in the last few races. They're not scoring points since well, no, only the last round. They haven't scored a point at all. But yeah, seems like that this type of truck maybe doesn't suit Toyota at all.
Could be.
You were saying before I interrupted you intentionally. So, by the way, it's also Marco's own race because he's
Yes.
half Portuguese as well. He does have the Portuguese passport, so
Meanwhile,
Rita de Casa.
Dennis's prediction is both Aston Martin, both Ferraris, and both Williams for elimination.
That's interesting. Marco is actually Portuguese. I mean, Ziri said in our chat that basically Michael is more Portuguese than Kiro is Italian, and I think Michael is actually much Portuguese. I saw some of these stories that he's proudly saying that he does have a good connection with Portuguese origins. Yeah. Also, the moment Patel is at risk, not a good moment for Raul. Luckily for him, contract is already signed with McLaren, but it's not an easy situation. Contract signed with the car that is coming out now from the pits is the McLaren. Well, now it's the Rosa, of course, it's the McLaren, where Raul will join for the next 2 seasons. I would also say that right now, I mean, it's a surprise to see Federi 7th as well. It's quite an interesting lap. I think he's already in Q2. Personally, I don't think that someone else can actually. Other people will beat him enough to put him in a drop zone. So I think he's in Q2. Same for the Rossa probably. I think from Chang downwards, that will be an exciting battle. So, do I commentate the lap now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So, coming on to the last corner. Now, approaching the straight, Rocha Rossa goes. Will he get traffic? Will he want? We hope that he won't. And now the Rossa starts his flying lap. So, turn one here, downhill, where sadly Carlos Tatai 2 years ago, well,
Lap is
got
ruined.
got the traffic of the Renault of Quag, I think. Yes, it's Quag. So now on to turn 4. After approaching the Lago, sector 1, of course, is ruined. The lap is ruined already. And now we are going on to Torre Vip, turn 5. And here we go on to turn 6 and turn 7. We approach then the Samsung corner, turn 8. And the first roller coaster corner here, turn 9, the Craig Jones, to then approach the Portimao corner, which is the section between turn 10 and turn 11, 2.7 down. Well, the Rosa's lap is ruined. Turn 12, 10-13 here. And we go to turn 14, the Sagres. Well, my Portuguese pronunciation is quite bad. Sorry, Michael, of course. And turn 15, the Galp. Then going flat out to the straight, and the Rossa won't improve. Stays where it is. Ah, will improve? No, but he can be quiet. Let's see if there's someone else on the lap. Yes, Sontag is improving.
Yep, let's see where he's going to place himself. He's currently in P15 and could stand to gain quite a bit here. He goes P8. That's a very, very strong lap.
Martins doesn't improve. Tanguy is improving. Seventh. Blackwood is improving, and he needs to improve because it's a risk. Yes, 14. Sorry, 10th. From 14th to 10th. Hatfield doesn't improve.
Gomez needs an improvement here and he takes P5.
Yeah.
Ferdinand goes third fastest. Or I should
Yeah.
say remains third fastest, but L 16th. Bartosz
That's
Klos is next to finish the lap. Where is he going to go? He goes P4. Good effort. Roman Quag is improving. He goes P5. It also comes into the pits. Anderson. He doesn't improve. He's lost time. Byrne doesn't improve either. Macho goes P4. Very strong lap. That should get him to safety. Ballinger doesn't improve.
2002.
Lopez goes 13th fastest. As Federi doesn't improve.
Oh, that's it, I think. Yes, that's it. So, yeah, Willows is the only driver that remained in the pits during this run of laps. So, well, he will get out on track again after everyone will get into the pits. So, surprised to see Michael Mocco in P4. Quite telling that Michael likes a lot this track. And so far, the disappointment of the qualifying is a little bit sober because they are 16th and 17th. Aldinger got two consecutive Q3 qualifications during Spa and Monza. Right now is at risk. Will he improve? Or he won't? We don't know yet. We have to wait and see. Yeah. Okay, it's the Mocha is the Portuguese Ronaldo. Yeah, the Ross on track again. So 15th right now, Hiroshima Rossa needs to improve because he might be at risk right now, even if the gap between him and Waldinger is quite big, 2.5 tenths. So let's see where we will see Hiroshima after this lap.
Is safe at the moment, but it is quite close. He's got a 3 tenth gap, but that can be beaten, as we've seen other people improve significantly. This is a difficult track to master, so if you can get a perfect lap, it'll really help you out quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, let's say it's more safer with cars than with bikes, of course. And but for a not lap, I think it's quite enjoyable, especially for the roller coaster sections that you approach. Rob, let's do the lap.
Here we go. Into turn one, he's going to have traffic. The Mercedes has
Second time.
held him up, and that's the lap done for Kirshima De Rossi. He will not improve.
That's the second time in a row. He gets traffic in front. This time is Armor Cup.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. De Rossi is officially at risk. Let's see if he can improve.
He won't be able to improve. He's lost too much time with the hold up. Yeah, he's at
It's
2 seconds off the pace.
pretty much all the frame.
Quag stayed in the pits on this run, not that it matters much since he is safely through. But,
Ooh.
but Q1 is going to come to an end soon.
Suter remained in the pit. So Suter is out from Q1 officially.
Yep, there
Oh,
is not enough time left for him to do another lap, given when he will come out. As De Rosa doesn't improve, Willows is not
Willows.
improving. He will be
I
out at
think
this
he got
rate.
traffic. Yeah, I think he got the traffic of Perignon.
Both McLarens with traffic on this lap.
And that's such a shame because Willows will start from 20 for 21st. Depends if Anderson will improve after this lap. Willows is out.
That's it for him. Not the way he wants to start his 350th race.
Yeah, that's such a shame. And also, Shotfield is pretty much eliminated as well. While teammate Ref there is in Q2.
Yeah, Chatfield is not improving.
Season so bad that the horse left like in real life. But here is even worse because the horse is probably in another country and Shotfield is sadly.
Just you
But
wait
that's
until
improving.
next season when their car gets even worse.
Patel 16th. Will he be safe? We don't know yet. Because Anderson still have to do his lap and well, Baldinger as well. Gomez doesn't improve.
Martins doesn't improve either. Kai is on an improvement. He
Good lap.
goes to the top. He remains at the top of the timing pages by a 1:15.6. That's a very strong lap.
Burn second. And Roke.
Rogue now
Next.
takes P2. He's stolen it from Byrne.
Very no, doesn't improve.
Bernin is improving. He takes P1. Good effort. Very strong lap. As Chunk goes P8. Macho. Can he improve? No, he can't. Lopez goes P10. That's a strong lap.
Yep.
Sazonov doesn't improve. He's out there.
Baldinger is out. Yes. Yes. Anderson is improving.
But he
Doesn't make
remains.
it.
He's
Yes.
21st. He's only gained one place. That's a bad qualifying session for Jonas Anderson. As Roman Kohag is finishing the lap, he remains P9. No improvement.
So that's it for Q1.
Yeah,
Baldinger, Hatfield, Sazonov, uh, Willows, Anderson, and Suit. I think I said these drivers, I mean, these cars getting eliminated. I think I did that. I might have guessed it. Yes, I did. So yeah, I guessed driver. Let's say the cars eliminated in Q. That's good. Yeah, yippee, yeah. Something to add in my curriculum vitae. Yeah. I think Rob, not a good qualifying from Julius Anderson, especially because his teammate is in 14th and is 8 tenths ahead of him. So that's not a good show.
definitely not. That's quite a
But
big margin.
indeed. And the question is now, will Julius can do something magic like he did in Germany, finishing in ninth after starting at the back of the grid. We will see. Gonna be interesting. Right. It's gonna be an interesting race from this point of view. But
Valnier comes into the pits. He is done for the day. I mean, not for today, for the session. He will not be making it
yeah,
through, unlike his teammate who beat him.
yeah,
So it's one Sauber, one Ferrari, both Astons, one McLaren, and one Williams who are been eliminated. Soto goes out too late.
yeah,
And that's it. As Brennan is the fastest for the session, but out of the session are no, not Patel is safe through. Out for the session are Waldinger, Chatfield, Sazonov, Willows, Anderson, and Suto. They are done for the day. Not for the day, for the session, you know.
yeah. Let's say for the day. But yeah. Anyway, this was one. Yeah,
Yeah, fair
we,
enough.
we are too used for that. But yeah, that was an ideal session for also Joseph Willows, as also for Anderson. Actuality wants that in that race where I mentioned that Anderson recovered to the points, Willows as well started from the back of the grid. So maybe let's see if both of these guys can make the same race as they did in Germany. This is going to be interesting to see. But yeah, also speaking of other contracts, because we have said few of the contract announced, and another one of them is Roman Quag staying at Renault for 2024. Then we have a surprising one because Laura Chan returns to Lamborghini, replacing Michael Moko. That's quite an interesting move, if I have to be honest, because Haas is possibly maybe even fighting for the title possibly next season. Who knows? But this could be the case. Then we have who else have been announced? I have to check. No, that's it. That's it for the top class. Then we had in Formula 2 the first driver announced, which is Alex Broster, moving to Dams from Campos and replacing the outgoing Rubinho Gonzalez, who's moving back to DTM, trying to clinch his maybe second and third title. We wish so to him, even if he's my arch nemesis. But that's something between me and him. So well, it will be interesting to see. And also we had Will Neller getting back to Formula E. Sorry, joining Formula E for the first time with Nissan on a 2 year deal. It's quite interesting to see. And then we had Rosetta Martinez joining to Champ Car on a year deal with 100. So that's it for the contract announcement as of right now. And soon we will get to Q2. And yeah, your predictions, Rob?
I don't know really. I think the Ferrari of Federi will go out with the Sauber of Patel, the McLaren of De Rosa, and then two more cars. Let me say both Lamborghinis and the Williams of Sontag.
That's
This is just a prediction I'm putting out there, not giving it too much thought. As this session, Q2 is about to get underway.
Yeah, I mean,
Here
yeah,
we
the
go.
result isn't exactly related to where we are doing. I think that yeah, Federi will get knocked out, of course. Patel as well. Sontag of Lamborghinis and Euros.
Wait, I think that's exactly the same as my prediction.
You say, oh yeah, uh, it's like, oh no. Anyway, yeah. So
So nothing changes.
nothing changes. So yeah, Laura Chang gets on the track. Last season, Laura Chang, interestingly, got her first podium of the season with Lamborghini at this track after an heroic defense on Roman Quag. She was already with the head at Haas. So look, interesting that basically her and Moko, I just realized that unintentionally swapped the seats. Moko last season was at a Haas, and Laura was at Lamborghini, and this season Laura is at Haas, and Moko is in Lamborghini. So yeah, I don't think that was intentional, but it's funny. So everyone is joining on track to make their first run of Q2. So will Laura get traffic? No, he won't because all the cars are on track. Laura now touches someone. Rob, you can do the lap.
Alright, sure. Changa is into turn one, quick line there, and in towards two, keeping it all together. Into three, going quite slowly and picking up traction on exit. Through the left-hander of four, which opens up. Down the hill we go. 21-2 in the first sector. We'll keep an eye on the other drivers, see what they can do. As into toward the VIP turn 5 we go. In towards 6, the flat out left-hander, which is pretty blind. In towards 7 and 8. 8, the Samsung, very important to nail traction on exit and maximize the corner as much as you can. With the left-hander of Craig Jones we go. And in towards the right of Portimao. Looks to me like Kai is going on a very fast lap. He's on a 20.0 in the middle in the first sector.
Please, in.
50.7 for Chung in sector 1. She's 3 tenths up on Mocho so far. As through the right goes Chung, continuing to accelerate. For the final right-hander of this racetrack, 51.2 for De Rosa in the middle sector. Gomez matching Chung in the middle sector, so that'll be interesting. Chang goes P1, of course. That's the fastest time, 116.5. Can Mocho beat that? No, he's half second off the pace. De Rosa is next to cross the line. What is he going to do? As he comes across the line, De Rosa, he's third fastest. Byrne smashes P1 by half a second. Gomez goes P3. Federi goes P6. Bartosz Klos next to cross the line. He goes P4, Ka goes P1, but only barely. It's 159.99. Roke takes P5, Quag takes P3, Martins takes P4. Lopez, where is he going to place himself? It's only P10 for Franco Lopez, not good enough at the moment. Jafari Blackwood goes P5. Rahul Patel goes P11. Pernian, it's P3 for him. The cars appear to be slower this session compared to Q1. Zonta goes P8, and that's it for everybody so far for the first runs.
Yeah, I think good luck from Sontag. Um, I don't know if he has secured Q3, but he still did a solid effort as of right now. Same for Gabriel Gomez and yeah, of course Jafari Blackwood. Right? Pretty disappointing lap on the other end from Roke and Kloss, but they will still have time to improve. We are
Yeah,
going to see if we will see some changements during the rest of the session, but I think that we will see definitely. So yeah, home hero right now. Only there we go. Yeah, I had to drink.
we're waiting for the second rounds to get underway.
Back. Yeah. What were you saying? Rob? Well, what were you saying? I was actually
What?
away for a bit. No, I thought you were saying something. I was
No, no, don't
drink.
worry.
So yeah, Evan Byrne is on track for the
Yep, that's right.
second right for the second run of laps.
Indeed, he's done good so far this session. And I think Red Bull have a chance to fight here with the Mercedes. Most of the time, Mercedes have been dominant in quali trim. In the races, Red Bull have been able to measure up to them quite well, but in qualifying, it has been Mercedes' domination. They've taken almost all of the poles so far this season.
Yeah, basically, more than the 80% of footballs have been scored by them. Maybe even 90%, but um, I think this track suits
All
me.
-1. Byrne took pole in Spain, and that he was the only
Oh,
non-Mercedes pole.
oh man, so yeah, it's more than 90%, 91 or something. So yeah, long story short, Mercedes have been dominant this year in qualifying. Evan
Yeah,
Byrne begins his lap. Will he get traffic? I don't think he will. Well, he's already in. He gets the traffic of the Williams of Felix Sontag, and this might be an issue for Felix. But if he gets overtaken during this lap, he might get the slipstream of Evan Byrne during
there
his
we
flight.
go.
Well, yeah, Byrne throwing the bin this lap, but he can be useful for Felix. Same time, he's already in Q3, I think. Well, pretty safe to say. Nothing lost. Yeah.
Byrne is not improving at the moment.
Even if that with the overtake, he haven't lost much, so it's quite impressive.
No, that's true.
So let's see
He-
now where Evan Byrne will place himself, or at least where. Oh wow, 116.3 with the traffic. It's actually a strong lap.
yeah, indeed. As Federi is
There
on an
is
improvement at the moment, currently down in last. Let's see if he can do any better than 16th. As through the final corners we go with Andrea Federi. What can the Italian driver do as he finishes his lap? Federi will come
GP12.
across the line in a few seconds. Could be, let's see. Federi, 14th only for him. He's gained 4 tenths of a second to go up to 14th. De Rosa, currently on the lap, not improving. Quag is also not improving, but he is safe, unlike De Rosa. Lopez didn't improve. Gomez doesn't improve either. Martins improves. He remains in P3. Actually, no, goes up to P3. Lopez doesn't improve.
Bad one.
Ocho doesn't improve barely. Blackwood doesn't improve. He remains P6. Klaus is on an improvement right now. He is in 11th. He needs this improvement. Can he send Rogue to a drop zone provisional? Yes, he can. He goes P4.
Yes.
Very strong effort.
Rocky, no.
Rogue goes fastest of them all by 3 tenths of a second almost. Very good lap for George Rogue. He puts himself to safety. Zontag is on the edge of safety. He's in P10 and he doesn't improve. Bernian, he goes second fastest. As Patel, can he improve? Yes, he can. He goes up into 12th place. Gets himself in front of Moto just barely.
So yeah, that's it for the second run of the qualifying. I think that few people might get the third run. I think some won't, but you never know. So
Red Bull are keeping up with Mercedes here in qualifying. It's interesting. They haven't been able
yeah,
to do that most of the season.
yeah, I think this track actually suits more Red Bull than how it did in Monza, because of course Monza is the temple of speed, and Red Bull doesn't have speed. And on a technical track like this, I think this suits much more the car, and they can
Yes.
even possibly fight for the win. Maybe.
I think it's definitely a possibility.
I mean, last season I think Red Bull won. Sorry, with Burn, if I remember correctly. But I don't know. Anyway, both Toyotas right now are out from Q3. We actually predicted them to be in Q3, but that's not happening. And Patel, yeah, I think for Patel it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
I think he won't get another lap. Same for Sontag. And yeah, that's such a shame. Sontag now will have to pray that someone else won't improve. But I think the Rossa will be the first car to get out on track again. No, it will be Burn again.
Yep, he's going out in time.
That's,
Hold on a moment.
yeah, no worries. So, yeah. Yeah, I think Mercedes will defo do a 115 low, while Red Bull will be battling with probably us and Renault. So yeah, that's going to be the case. But on a serious note, let's hope that won't be the case, because it will be a problem for them.
I'm back.
Yeah, we were saying
Patel
with
and
Jimmy,
Federi need to hurry up. We're going out on track.
but we were saying, Rob, that basically Red Bull are now teasing with these performances to then possibly getting 8 tenths of a second during Q3 and sitting behind us and Renault, knowing the history of how this championship is going.
Interesting. As Burns about to start his final lap of Q2, Sontag stayed in the pits. That's very risky. He could be eliminated here.
Yeah, Sontag is the only one who won't get another lap. Much everyone will get their shot, including him.
Yes. As for
From
the
what I
left-hander goes Burn. Let's see how competitive his Sector 1 can be, and he's up on his personal best by a tenth. This is quite good for Evan Byrne. Can he get himself onto a provisional front row lockout with his teammate? If it were Q3, it would be front row lockout, of course, but since it's just Q2, that's not the case. As for the right-hander goes Samsung. looking very, very tidy so far this lap.
Yeah, that's
He's
a good
gained another
improvement.
700 of a second, and if he keeps it up in Sector 3, he could threaten P2. I definitely
That's
think he can, as this session is almost over. Sontag has gone out, only too late, as Byrne is about to finish his flying lap. Session is over. Let's see where Byrne is going to go. Is this P2 for Evan Byrne?
yes. Wow,
Yes,
1,000 of a second.
that
Red
was
Bull
very
loves it.
close between the two Red Bulls. Byrne faster than Roke in Sector 3, as Quag does a good lap. He goes up to P4. Mocho is also on
Ultra
an improvement. This could eliminate Sontag right here.
is
Is
to
Mocho
be
can Mocho get himself to safety and knock Sontag out? Let's see as Mocho comes across the line. P8.
yes.
Yep, Sontag is out. Claus improves. He makes P6. Gomez doesn't improve. De Rossi is on
He's
an
out.
improvement.
He's out.
13th. Lopez
Love it.
13th. Chang, she's safe, just barely, but she doesn't improve. Pernian doesn't improve. Blackwood,
Ah,
Patel doesn't improve. He'll start
so
16th. Rogue, can he improve? The man currently P1? No, he's been quite a little bit off the pace. And that's it
that's
for
it.
Q2. The Red Bulls are now fastest, with the Mercedes keeping close, and maybe the Renault of Quag getting in the mix as well.
Quite an interesting session. I mean, didn't thought Red Bull would have been this dominant, but Q3 is what will count. So
Yes,
the
indeed.
drivers found out are Rob
Are Felix Sonta, Gabriel Gomez, Franco Lopez, so both Toyotas. We predicted both Toyotas would make it through, but they've both been eliminated. Hiroshima De Rosa, Andrea Pederi, and Rahul Patel.
and instead on making it to Q3 is the two Lamborghinis. They are direct rivals for P5 in the constructors. So yeah, we are sorry to the Toyota guys. We jinxed you, but you have the race to recover. So now what will come soon is who will start on pole. It's going to be interesting. Oh, I would like to go bold, but I think that I might jinx. Am I jinxing? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good
If
point.
Jerry said that if we say our marka with the pole prediction, we are safe enough. So, sorry, George, but I say you will be on pole. You will start
I,
P8. Now that I say it,
I'm going to go very bold here, and I'm going to say Roman Quag will take pole. He'll take a surprise.
I hope so. I hope so. This is actually a good one. Yeah, we've seen it in jump car. Two cars breaking up at the same in the same lap. Yeah, not
Knowing
ideal.
this, it's going to be a Mercedes pole, isn't it?
Most likely it will.
They've gone 11 out of 12, so could very well be 12 out of 13 poles for Mercedes.
Yeah, I think that we will probably see a Mercedes on pole realistically, but I'll stick with my prediction of George Rope. Sorry, George, you will start the race now in P8. Yeah, and it's a bit of behind the scenes if you don't know because now you it can be revealed. I think it can be revealed. Well, George Rope had an only chance to stay in the top class initially with a 1 year contract from Ferrari. So that's why he has decided to try to make a step back, or let's say a different step. I think it's not even a step back because I think moving to another series isn't necessarily a step back, but simply a different step. That's right. So yeah, actually, yeah. Basically, what Jiri said that is that if George, but also probably some other people that signed immediately would have waited a little bit more, they would have gotten possibly better choices. Like for example, I do think personally, Yafari would have waited a little bit more. I mean, I hope for him it turns out to be good. This move with Lamborghini, but 3 seasons it can even mean that Lamborghini makes steps backwards, and yeah, that wouldn't be ideal. For example, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, generally, for the next season, advice that can be given is that take your time. It's not necessarily needed to make an imminent decision, unless I think that if you're in a lower series and you never raised in the top class, and your aim is to raise in the top class, then in that case, I can understand. For example, I can understand Kokshi's decision to join to Aston Martin, even if Aston Martin is predicted to be at the back of the grid as they did this season. So yeah, obviously in that case, I understand more decision on accepting a contract there. But in other scenarios, not so much. Of course, in my opinion, everyone have their own vision. And it's just an advice. I don't want to be an obligation. So Q3, dry, sunny.
Get this session underway.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened. Yeah, the screen. Sorry, the screen. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember the last time you used Dennis thumbnails and they crashed your game. So yeah, yeah. Sorry to Dennis, of course, because it's nice work as well. But sadly, that's how it is.
Yeah, but they'll work nicely for like the in between screens. Of course,
Oh yeah,
the loading screen is there only for like 5 seconds, so doesn't really matter. Which is why I'm just going to put the normal
yeah,
GP4 ones.
and that's fair enough. So here we go. Yafari Blackwood. Yeah, Yafari, can take the screenshot of this because you will be P1 for some seconds. Yeah, here we go. First laps are set to be underway soon, and it's going to be interesting if they will do the times they did in Q2. You can commentate the lap, Rob.
Okay, here we go with Blackwood. He's about to start his lap. Keep an eye out on the sector times for him and everybody else. Here we go. Everyone is on track. Blackwood starts his flyer. And towards turn one we go. How confident is he on the braking? Quite well. He's taking the off curb on the exit. As in towards turn three we go. In towards four. Looking all good on the throttle. 21.4 in the first sector. Not so good. We've seen 21.0s back in Q2. So it's not a strong lap for Blackwood. Kai is already 2 tenths faster in that. Next up will be Chung, I think. Let's see what she does in the middle sector, first sector. Sorry, it's 21.3 for Chung and a 20.9 for Pernian. He's going very fast as Blackwood has a lock up. He's almost locked up and he's understeered a little bit. 51.4 in the middle sector for Jafari Blackwood. Burn 21.2 in sector 1.
Jesus, 20.9.
50.5 in the middle sector for Amar Kha as Quag sets 21.3 in sector 1. Chung 50.8 in the middle sector. Pernian 50.0, so this is a very strong lap for Jesus Pernian. Blackwood goes P1 provisionally, of course. He's the only one who set a lap, but Cow should be able to beat it quite easily. Where is Amar Cow going to go? He goes P1, of course, by almost a second, as Laura Chung is next to cross the line. What is she going to do? She goes P2. Pernian should go fastest, 155.
50.5.
7 tenths in front of his teammate Armarka. This is incredible. This is an incredible lap as Evan Byrne crosses the line next. He's fourth only. 1.5 seconds off the pace. That's a lot. Quag is next to cross the line. He goes fourth fastest. Rogue goes into P2. As Klaus is understeering a little bit, he's gone off track. Let's see where it's gonna go. He goes P4. So despite that moment, he still had a good lap. Mocho P4, incredible effort. That came out of nowhere as Martins is finishing the lap. He goes P8.
Quite a bad lap from Evan Byrne right now. On the other end, his main championship rival, 15.5. And Jerry said it. Said it probably is going to do the real life strategy when back then where when they were dominating, where they hid the real pace to then come into the tree and gave 8 tenths to the rivals. Yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. Yeah. They're in the god mode during the Q3 session. Every time they're invincibles, man. So yeah, not a good lap by Jafari Blackwood, but by Michael Mucker.
Yeah, true. I'll take a short break.
Oh, meanwhile, just read that Passer yesterday wasn't in Austria because her mother sadly passed away. Condolences to Frederick Passer. I don't even know if he does know about the OC, but from the community, condolences to him. That's a very sad news here. But yeah, the Fiery Blackpool, that's on track. So, we also Jesus Perignon is on track right now. So, second round of laps is going to be underway soon. Will Jafari get traffic in front? I don't think he will. He won't. Only his teammate and Kloss are in the pits. And now the two cars that are in the pits are getting out of track. And Blackwood, sector 1, will he improve? Yes, he does. 2 tenths down. I'd say it's already quite a bit, but it's not even too bad. Now on to sector 2. Let's see if he can actually try to be where his teammate is right now. Lamborghini have to maximize in order to
I'm back.
consider their P5. Yeah, you're back.
What did I miss?
Jafari is on a good lap until now. Jafari was on a good lap until now because he locked up turn 13 and he might
He's
have
gonna lose
lost
some
time.
time here.
Yeah, he's going probably to be P6, P7, I think, because he has lost a bit with the deadlock up.
Sorry, I'm getting a phone call.
No worries, Rob. And yeah, he's 7th. He has lost a lot with deadlock up. Perignon isn't improving, but I mean, I'm not surprised. That first lap was monster, and I don't even know if it's possible to be replicated. 116.3. Armaka. I mean, someone else is doing so, and it's his teammate. Let's see if he can hold on onto this last sector. Armaka is now coming onto the last corner. 115, flat out. Will he beat Jesus Perignon? He does. He does. 115.4. Quag goes third. 115.8. And Sean goes third now. Yeah, I think that no, Martins is far. Martins will be behind Moko even. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Bernie's only 6. And Rock is not improving. Oh man, that's not good for Red Bull. No bueno. Because that means they might be behind 2 direct rivals during the race. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like Ferrari in real life. Back when they were close to Mercedes. Klaus goes 6 faster, so it splits up the 2 Red
Back.
Bulls, 5th and 7th.
I'm back.
Hey, Rob.
Mocho doesn't improve.
Yeah, Rob, you seen it correctly. Car is on pole. As of
I am
now.
not surprised. I am not surprised. But Bernard can still take it away, of course. There is time for one more lap. Both Mercedes are in the pit, so I expect they'll both go out in time. Of course, I just expect that. Doesn't mean it'll happen that way, but who knows? Will Ka take the pole? How many poles has he had, actually? Let me count.
Armaka, you mean?
Yes, how many poles has he had this season?
I have to check. Yes, I have written.
He's got 7 poles. 7
Seven.
poles, and Bernard has had 5.
So it will be the 8th pole out of 13 races.
Yes, indeed.
More than the 60% of pole have been done by him. So it's so impressive.
Yeah, he's done an incredible job in qualifying so far this season. Bernardo has taken pole 3 out of the last 4 races, so there's that.
Yeah. Mercedes didn't capitalize at all during races for unfortunate circumstances, mainly technical failures. One of the reasons as well. Mercedes, oh well, that's a nice way to pass your teammate. Go through his car, and Jafari Blackwood gets out on track.
Yep.
Let's see if he can improve a little bit. Maybe getting a higher, maybe P7, because his lap was good until that lockup in turn 13.
Yeah, it's an improvement is definitely possible.
Mm, considering
Can
that
he
his
get in
teammate,
front of his teammate Michael Macho? That'll be
yeah,
interesting to see.
that must be the target for him. It must be the
Yeah,
target to
indeed.
be at least in front of his teammate.
Meanwhile, Quag is 1/3 of a second away from pole. So my outlandish prediction: if he had a third of a second more of pace, he would be on pole. Can you find
Yeah,
that? I'm not sure. We're running out of time. Meanwhile, the drivers are gonna need to go out in the next 30 seconds, or else there won't be enough time left. That car has gone out. Okay, so both of the Mercedes are on track. Same for Quag. He's gone out on track. Byrne has not gone out yet. This is interesting. This is gonna be quite close moment. Will Blackwood have clean air? There's a car going out on the track right now. It's a Haas, and Blackwood passes the Haas. He will not be impeded. He is free to push, and let's see what sort of lap time Jafar Blackwood can achieve.
Let's see if Kloss and Mocker will get their laps, but meanwhile Blackwood is coming onto sector 1 and it's not
He's
improving.
down in the first sector, 4 tenths down on the leader. That's not good.
Yeah, most likely that will be P10 for Jafari Blackwood.
Hold on, this lap isn't over. He could still gain. We'll see.
The Kloss won't get another lap. I haven't seen if Marco came out on track in time. Yeah,
No,
Jafari
he's
Black.
down once again. Looks like this lap won't be an improvement for Jafar Blackwood.
Let's see, maybe the last sector, if he doesn't lose too much time, maybe he might go at least ahead of Martins.
Could be interesting. Let's see what happens. Blackwood finishes the lap, and his session I didn't catch who got to was going to start the lap in time. Blackwood doesn't improve. He gained some time back, but not enough. Chunk has started the lap. Perrin is finishing the lap. Can he steal pole back? No, he can't. He cannot take
Martins.
pole position. Martins is on an improvement. How big an improvement is it? It's not major, only about 1/10. So he might not be able to gain a place, but let's see either way. Martins, will he be P9? Yes, he will be P9.
That's bad.
Yeah, he would have
Okay,
expected better, as Roke is on an improvement. Not enough to challenge for pole, but an improvement nevertheless.
let's see on the last sector. He
Yep, it'll be
needs
interesting to check it out.
to stay in the gap. But I think he will be P5.
Yep, he
Yes.
remains fifth fastest. Guy is not improving, not that he needs to anyway. He is on pole. Armarka doesn't improve. Burn, I'm not sure if he's gone to the line in time. Quag doesn't improve. Burn has gone to the line in time, but he is not improving on his lap. He's in a lowly P7, unfortunately. Advantage pending in the championship race, as Burn doesn't improve. Chang is also on the lap. She's finishing it right now. No improvement. That's it for the session. Armarka has taken pole position.
Yeah.
So here at
Another.
the Portimao, it's pole position for Armarka, followed by Jesus Pernin and Laura Chung in a very impressive P3 in the Haas.
Then we have Roman Quag in P4, George Rook in P5, Bartos Klaus in 6th, Evan Byrne in 7th, only 7th, while his rival is in 2nd place. Michael Moker, home hero in 8th, Martins in 9th, and Jafari Blackwood in 10th.
Yep, that's right. And we'll see you for the race very shortly, guys, so don't go anywhere. We'll be taking a very short break and we'll be back for the race soon.
Yeah.
Swear Red Bull does this every quali, said Yara in the chat. Yeah, true.
Yeah, we will be back soon.
Yep, indeed. Take care, guys. We'll see you again very shortly. As I'm going to grab myself a little bite to eat just very quickly.
I have to make a pit stop. Yeah. Red Bull is basically like Ferrari during the 2016 season when they arrived in Q2 with high expectation, and in Q3 they even finished behind the Force India. Remember, there were those times where this happened. So yeah, it's pretty much like this in the OC as well. But yeah. Anyway, we'll get back there shortly. Was playing with my mom. So, yeah. Holy shit. So hot. Soon we will see the race, guys. And yeah, so I will send soon the qualifying mean performances. 169. Plus. Hmm? Qua. Eh sì, può essere sopra. Quello che devo dire più comodi.
Sicuro che non c'è una quante cose era fisso,
È fissa, sì, sì, sì.
se tu vedessi, è bellissimo.
Quando lo sarebbe?
Io lo faccio vedere la partita.
Ehi, sono stato non lo so.
In particolare io mi
Quando ti vendi il 20. Guarda, non è più.
come inizio, quanti
Seleziona prodotti.
non ci voleva qua.
Sì, sì, ci vuole, perché poi devi scendere giù. No, come cosa mi fa?
Perché qua, questo è
Sì, aspetta,
è
ma
tutto
cosa?
importante.
Mamma mia, già la vita, non ci sta prendendo un caso. Del nostro. Ah, ma-
Il suo risultato per il giorno richiesto. Perché mi dice questo?
Yeah. You heard some voices. Those were myself and my mom discussing about the visiting a museum for a visit in a museum. Was asking me how to book that visit for the museum. Yeah. So soon we will get on the way. Of course, well, crazy how Red Bull have been bad in Q3, 6th and 7th, not even 4th and 6th, but 5th and 7th is pretty much a difficult recovery that will take to them. So let's hope they can make their way back to at least the top three. Mm. As of right now, it's moving towards Mercedes and Perignon in the drivers' championship as it stands. But yeah,
Plenty can
of course,
change.
races. Yeah, exactly. Everything can change, and we can see even maybe like we have seen in Spa. We all thought that Red Bull would have been outside the top five even, and at the end they finished the race 1-2, while both Mercedes finished with one driver inside um, the top three, and the other one retired from the race because of unfortunate circumstances, of course,
Yeah.
when actually Armarca got forced to retire due to a technical failure of his car. Yeah, car. Well, the vehicle is pretty similar. Yeah. Oh, you put something in the chat. Let me check. What the hell?
Right, so the predicted
Okay.
pit windows for the one-stop strategy laps 43 to 43, and for the two-stop laps 16 to 31 and 41 to 56.
Yeah,
I
that's going
think
to
we
be
have
interesting.
66 laps in total, right? 66.
Correct.
All right.
It's going to be interesting because this will be one of the few times where we will see the one-stop strategy in action. And in Portimao, they might make the difference because here it's quite difficult to overtake in general. I mean, it's possible to overtake, but difficult at the same time. So it's going to
This
be
is only the
interesting.
fourth time this season where we have the hard tire.
Fourth time, really? Oh, wow. I knew it. Well,
Yeah, we had the hard tires in Road America, Baku, and Silverstone. This will be the fourth time.
oh, well, interesting. I mean, we are here for the
Yep,
starting
let's
grid.
take a
You
look at the
can start
grid.
first.
All
You
right, it's
start
pole
first.
position for number 8 for Armarca, followed by his Bernian in second place. That is Laura Chung in third, followed by Roman Quag in P4.
Then we have George Rogue in fifth, Bartos Claus in sixth, championship contender Evan Byrne in seventh, and Michael Moko in eighth.
Jonathan Martinez is 9th, followed by Jafari Blackwood in 10th, then it is Felix Sontag in 11th, and Gabriel Gomez P12.
Then we have the current championship defender Franco Lopez only in 13th. Alongside him, Hiroshima Di Rosta. Then Andrea Federi and Raul Patel composing the 8th row of the grid.
Yep, after that is Benz Waldinger 17th, followed by Chris Chatfield, then Andy Sazonov down in 19th, and Joseph Willows in 20th. On the back row,
Anderson and Joseph Frederick Suter, who got a 5-place grid penalty, but what does it change? Nothing, because he's already lost.
yep, and the race will be bone dry as expected. So let's enjoy the action. The Portuguese Grand Prix. What is it?
What happened?
Alright, it's time to get this race underway. Looks like Kai's on the one stop. Let's see,
Yeah.
can he hold on to the lead at the start? It'll be interesting to see what happens. We're waiting for the 5 red lights, and when they go out, this race will be underway. Here we go, the Portuguese Grand Prix is go. Good launch from the front too, it seems. Pernian might have gotten a slightly better launch than Ka, but now Ka is building up some more speed. Pernian looks like he's being stormed by Laura Chung. Chung is up into second. Pernian is under attack from the Red Bull. The Red Bull is trying to go for the lead, and you know what? George Roque almost had it for a moment. For a moment, he had his nose in front of Ka, but Ka remains in front. Pernian has dropped a whole load of places. He's down in 5th place behind the Haas's.
Terrible start for Perignon, and this doesn't look good because also I think Byrne is right behind him. I think
What an
start
incredible
from
start for George Roque. He
One of
almost
the
had the
best
lead. Yes, indeed, legendary effort. He went full confidence on the attack at turn 1, but just couldn't clear the Mercedes.
good look at how he braked late, basically. No one got
Yes.
damaged yet.
Quagg has also had a bad start. He's dropped down to 8th place behind Martins. Everyone's kept it clean so far, thankfully.
The Aston Martin of Sazanov, what a start from 19th to 14th. Nice start from him. And everything is at the moment fine because no one got damaged yet. So yeah.
Roque appears to be
Last stage-
pressuring Armarca already. Gap is 5/10 of a second.
Yeah, last sector now. And
Looks like a lot of people are on the 1 stop. Zontag is on the 2. Lopez is also on the 2, I think.
yeah, majority of the drivers are on 1 stop, basically. So
Yeah,
this means
perhaps their initial pace will be key to see how well they can do this stint. Rox has the fastest lap, as we're on to lap 2 of this race, and the two Hesses are into combat. Klaus going for the inside line. Can he get past Chang? Yes, he can.
Quag gets back to 7th. Terrible start from Roman Quag, who started from 4th and dropped to 8th, but now is back to 7th after overtaking his teammates.
Byrne is pressuring Pernian as Roke is pressuring Ka, so one Mercedes in front of a Red Bull. 6/10 the gap, so Ka appears to be marginally faster, but it's close. Roke isn't giving up so easily.
Yeah,
Of course, it's
I
still
think
early
it's
days
my-
though, so tire wear will be very, very important. This track eats tires for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so you gotta be very careful with how you manage.
Also, this is important for George Rogue because he's not out yet from championship contention. Because as of right now, if he would win, it will mean that if the position stays like this, that he would recover a lot of points on Perignon and his teammates. So it's an important chance for him, and also an important chance for Red Bull to extend their championship lead in the team standings.
Rock currently is 37 points down on Perignon, so he can definitely gain big if he wins here today.
Burn on Perignon.
Meanwhile, is 80 points down on Perignon as Byrne tries to go for the move, can't make it work. Perignon is fueled like 8 laps heavier or 7 laps heavier than Byrne, it seems. So he's gonna try to go for an overcut, but you need to keep those tires alive.
So Sontag has made a good start up to 9th now after overtaking the Lamborghini of Michael Murko. Seems like that Lamborghini...
Hold on a second, Gomez is going for a move.
Well,
very close to running into the back of the Rosa, but they've kept it clean.
Yeah, I was saying that generally Lamborghini powered car seems to be good on this track.
Yeah.
As they are 9th, 10th, and 11th as of right now.
Yep,
Well,
indeed.
Roque is losing a bit of ground to...
Klaus is hunting him down. How much fuel does Klaus have? Kai and Roque have the same, 32.3 remaining, up there in the top, next to the F. What about Klaus? How much does he have? I'm pretty sure...
lighter?
30... By 1 lap. Chang is fueled pretty heavy as well. She's got 41 laps left. I think she's the heaviest out of everybody. But she appears to be quicker than Perignon.
Yeah.
Amark has 80 points down on his teammate. He still has a chance at the championship, but it's more mathematical than realistic. Either way, he wants to win races, so he's gonna try his best.
Well, Gomez finally passed the McLaren of the Rossa for 12th. Anderson passed the Ferrari of Federi. Ferrari really at the back of the grid as Mr. Raul shares every time the horse left the team. For how things are going badly. So yeah.
As things stand, Rogue would gain 8 points on Pernian, so the gap would be 29 points between the two of them.
And you have to watch out more from Klaus than actually him trying to attack K, because K now sets the fastest lap about Battle's close as well, and meanwhile Evan Byrne.
He's attacking Pernian, he's got the inside line, but not enough overlap to get him. In fact, he's putting himself vulnerable to the Renault behind. As Klaus is gaining onto Roke, looks like he'll be trying his best to pass him soon, but he's not close enough for an attack just yet. Chang, meanwhile, has good pace. She appears to be keeping in front of Pernian. Lopez is trying to make a move down the inside of the Rossa, but the Italian driver covers it off. 5 laps in, this is an interesting race. Roke is keeping Ka honest, but I was going to say the Brit, but both of them are Brits. The Brit in front is pulling away a little bit.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, as of right now, it's looking good for K, but sadly, only in terms of a championship, a team championship battle, because sadly, Armor, I don't think is in contention for the championship. He's right now 80 points behind.
Well, if he wins this race and Pernian is 5th, the gap will be 65 points. So it's definitely it is salvageable if he keeps on winning, but there's no guarantee he can close the gap, of course. Good move there. Good move there for Felix Sontag up to P8. He's gone past the Renault.
And he's on a 2-stop, so it's going to be important for him to pass as many cars as possible, because he will be on traffic when he will make his first stop.
Yes, indeed. As Roke has gained a little bit onto Ka, the gap is still very close, and appears Klaus is keeping the similar sort of pace to the front too. I like this sort of races when the guy at first isn't pulling away by a big margin.
Yeah.
What do you think, Franco?
What about that? The cars are pulling away, but in this case, they are not pulling away and they're close. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah.
Really good to see these battles close. I mean, well, in real life right now, it's quite difficult. So, yeah, at least we have this entertainment from this championship, and it's really good, because also it's
Klaus sets a new fastest lap in the meantime. 17.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Klaus is just 6/10 down on Roke. Roke is 1 second behind Ka. Either one of those three could win this race, and I think it's going to be one of them winning.
Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't rule out Erignan if he keeps a damage limitation.
Byrne is slower than Chang as things stand.
Yeah. Needs to be faster. Wow.
Yep, indeed.
Ferrari's really going bad. I mean, 20th and 21st, I think, if I saw it correctly. So it's a really bad day. Off right now. The horse left to another continent more than country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a big gap already among the pack.
Well,
Oh.
gap is 6 tenths still. In between Kai and Roke is around the same gap. Yeah, 1.1.
He's gained 10th.
Okay, the 10th, yeah. While Chang is pulling away a little bit from.
Willows is down to last. What's happened to him? He's racing Matteo Federi, who's also had a terrible start.
I think Willows had a bad start.
Yeah, and now Federi is
Now-
down to last.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. So Willows made a really bad start.
McLaren and Ferrari fighting for last. How far the mighty have fallen.
Yeah. And it's not even 2009.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much crazy to see this situation. Basically, like the opposite of real life. And with the difference that, of course, right now McLaren is dominating, but yesterday they were first and second and third and fourth. So yeah, right now it's the opposite way.
yeah.
Nearly, because this is a little bit higher. So
Yeah, that's
you get what I
true.
mean?
Yes. As Klaus in the Ferrari is pushing, Vernon is under attack. Burns has the new fastest lap. He's gonna go for it. Down the inside of his championship rival. Can he take 5th? No, he can't.
One thing that Red Bull doesn't have is the straight line speed with the Honda engine. It's pretty clear. It's like
Indeed.
it was
Meanwhile,
last season.
sorry to interrupt you. Roke has gained 2 tenths onto Kat, so he's pushing.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. He sees the opportunity to
Go on.
back up. Yeah, I was saying that generally it's like Renault last season. And
Yeah.
his lack of speed actually limits them to not make moves on straights.
Yeah, that's true.
Burn goes wide here. This is not good because Quag now is closing in.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah, Quag now is closer than how Burn is closer to Arinian.
Meanwhile, Fowlinger is stuck racing with Anderson, but Anderson has a gap of almost 1 second. Sutter, in fact, is gaining onto Fowlinger. He could be putting the Sauber under attack soon.
Yes, indeed. Not a good race for of Saubers and Ferrari. Well, Ferraris, of course, but also Saubers, 16th and 18th as of right now. Not
Yep.
a deal. Meanwhile, here, oh well, Suter moved a little bit on the straight. Might have been a disaster. Luckily, it wasn't.
Yep.
Still 6 tenths. Oh, a second. Roke is making a mistake.
He's locked up a little bit. Under a lot of pressure from Klaus behind.
Now Klaus have an opportunity. Let's see from Klaus on board, where Roke here has actually locked up quite a lot. Yeah. Roke's tires are right now squared because of this lockup, possibly.
Yellow flags are out. What's going on? Looks to be something further behind. It's Sazonov.
Yep.
No, it's Waldinger. He's gone off.
Let's see if we can rejoin. Yep. He rejoins on track, but he's lost. I think he had a contact, or he has spun on his own. No way. Yeah.
He's gone off on his own.
This sums up Ben's season. Pretty much.
Yes. Yes, indeed. He's gone wide and then lost the car completely. Lost the rear.
Yeah.
And there was nothing he could do.
I can say this is also a rare mistake on dry conditions. I mean, last season it happened with Galloway.
Burns sets a new fastest lap.
Burn sets the first lap.
1.3 meanwhile between the leaders, Rogue's lockup has cost him a few tenths, as Klaus is pulling closer. 1.2 now. The Rogue has just a little bit of pace over Ka, but it's so close, it swings either way lap to lap, pretty much. Looks to me like Pernian is starting to hold up a train, Franco.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Basically, the battle is setting up.
Yes, indeed.
Perignan, but also the other guys behind Quag and Sontag are interested on that battle.
Meanwhile, Bartosz Klaus wants to win this race. Let's see how well he can continue to put pressure on Rogue, because Rogue is pulling away from him. Looks to me at the moment that Rogue is the fastest out of the three of them, but it's close. Yeah, and the front two will pit on the same lap. Rogue's is the fastest lap, as I was saying. He's got some speed.
It's interesting to see. I mean, now Klaus is 1.2 behind, so he has lost a little bit of time.
Meanwhile, Chang has pulled half second away from Pernian. The Spanish driver is under a little bit of pressure from behind, and it's costing him space. As we're over 1/6 of the way through with this race.
I think that now Chang have a little bit of gap on Perignon. Therefore, it's crazy to see that the gap between Suto and Chatfield is quite big.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It could even be an ultimate and last position finish for Ferrari.
Could be.
Well, there's Baldinger behind, but Baldinger is not classified as of right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. As Lopez goes a little deep in towards Portimao. He's under attack from Patel behind, and he's trying to put some pressure on De Rosa in front. But De Rosa is holding the gap stable at about roughly 1 second.
It's crazy to think that Lopez last season made a crazy comeback from outside the points when he got damaged here in Portimao and finished second. And this year is stuck right behind De Rosa. Of course, as the team changed, he changed the team to Toyota, but he's really struggling.
Well, he chose to do this. Nobody forced him to pick Toyota over Mercedes.
Yeah. That's of course. I of course agree. Generally, it's like one move basically can change everything.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Let's hope actually the trust the process motto will work out for Toyota. Because with Arsenal is not working too much at all. So let's hope it will be.
They always get top 4 at least.
At least,
Arsenal.
yeah. They're getting top 4. Considering that this is Toyota's first season, so there's still time to rebuild the team and the momentum. They're doing quite well, I think. I mean, I expected them to be a little bit more at the back, but they are actually making even solid appearances in the top 5 sometimes. So that's good at least. Also, they have Gabriel Gomez as well, who has stepped up his games quite a lot this season, returning to the top class after contending the Champ Car Championship last season against Julius Anderson, losing out against him. Yeah. Klaus is the example. And it's a massive shame that Bartosz Klaus will not remain in the series by the looks of it, because he didn't answer it anywhere, and it's a massive shame because I'm quite sure Bartosz Klaus if he would have got an offer, or if he actually gave the availability to receive offers, he would have been a solid driver in the or for a contract, for a strong contract in a good team. So yes. Meanwhile, two Lamborghinis are fighting. Marco is stepping backwards, and Blackwood goes through on him. Will he? Yes, he does. Great move. Marco is 11th now. It's not how it's going, how he would have hoped.
Agreed.
Right behind in Gabriel Gomez.
Rock seems to be closer to Ka than before.
Yeah. Also, Klaus looks a little bit more behind her.
Bernin has gained a little bit onto Chang, but he's still under a lot of pressure from behind. Byrne is all over the back of him.
Yeah, Perignon might be really fast in the second half of the race after he will pit.
Could be.
He will have less fuel. He will have less fuel than others, and fresher tires as well. So let's see.
Hold on, here comes Byrne. He's gonna try to take the place. Fastest lap. Can Byrne get that position into turn 1?
Break late, break late. No, he
Not
can't.
quite. It's still tight between the two of them. Quag is also keeping close behind, so he's keeping Byrne honest. As the Irishman goes through the left-hander, sorry. Can he get him now? This could be a diving move. And he goes for it, but not enough overlap.
Now Chang can breathe a little bit of fresh air because
I think he's going to
Perignon
pass him soon.
I think so too. And this will give Evan the chance to also close up to Laura if he passes as soon as possible. Jesus. Yeah. Keeps the lead. 0.0. Up has increased between Chang and Perignon, nearly 2 seconds of a gap now. Lopez is still stuck behind the Rossa. Behind the Rossa. Oh, sorry, ahead the Rossa. There's 5.3 seconds of a gap to Sazonov. So
Yep.
the Rossa is forming a train of cars behind him. And
Another attack from Byrne.
Not again.
This is quite
Probably
close.
the 15th time that Byrne is trying to attack Perignon but cannot go through because of the lack of speed in general. Will he go through now? Let's see.
He's
No.
not attacking.
It's not close enough. Well. And as of right now, Sontag.
Sazonov has overtaken Gomez, meanwhile unseen by the cameras.
Oh, Sazonov, yeah, he's on a 2-stop as well.
Yes, indeed he is. That explains his stronger pace, and he came from a long way back. Back into the slipstream. 354, and he's quick on the straight. 57.
Even if the car is really bad on many other areas, on the straights, it's a rocket ship.
Yes, indeed.
Roke stays 1 second behind, but Klaus, for the first time in a few laps, is under the second behind him.
He can't seem to get any closer to Ka.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Byrne made a wider line. Now it's a different approach of the corners.
I'm starting to wonder, since Ka and Roke are pitting on the same lap, would Roke get garage advantage, and could that help him?
If Roke have the garage advantage, yes.
Alright.
It might be the case where George might jump Palmer in the pits.
Byrne not close enough to attack Perignon in the meantime. He's a little bit of a way behind. And Evan Byrne needs to get this move down sooner rather than later, because Perignon is fueled heavier, he will get the overcut. So I
don't
think
want to jinx
I
it.
think Byrne has been told. I think he knows that quite well.
I don't want
Close.
to jinx it.
All right,
As of
then
right now,
don't.
this is one of the quiet races. Sorry, Rob.
It is. Well, you're not wrong. It's not like you're wrong. 1 second the gap between the leaders. Rogue just can't make any inroads.
Of course.
Well, who knows? As Byrne in the meantime is right on over the back of Pernian. The two are fighting for the championship lead, of course, also. As Pernian is defending, but will Byrne be able to get him this time around? He's very close on the exit of Gulp, perhaps too close, pulling out the slipstream, maybe a little too early. This is not gonna help him at the end of the straight. At the end of the straight, Pernian is faster, but Byrne this time has finally gotten the move done. He's overtaken Pernian up to 5th place, goes on Byrne. Now his target is to pull away and chase after Laura Chang.
That's crucial. That's crucial because it's, first of all, 2 points gained in the championship. Because as it stands,
Not just that, 2 points he gains and 2 points Pernian loses, so it's a 4-point swing
yeah,
in reality.
yeah, 4 points gained. So, yeah, it's now 12 points the gap between them.
Yep, it would have been 16 if Byrne stayed behind.
Maybe 11th because Byrne have the fastest lap, I guess.
Yeah, but fastest lap will change. There's still plenty of time left in this race.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I agree with that.
Byrne is under attack from Quag in the meantime. Looks like Roman Quag is starting to put on some pressure. As Kai is pulling away from Roke, he's gained the time since we last checked. And Roke is under attack from Kloss as Lopez tries to go around the outside of the Rosa. That was unorthodox. Kloss has the fastest lap, so he's taking it away from Byrne.
Well, Aries has been already before, and Willows is stuck behind Shotfield.
Yep, as now Lopez is attacking the Rosa. Can he make the move this time in the Toyota? No.
I think he won't. Yeah.
I want to see what the pace difference is between Byrne and Pernian.
Let's see now the gap. 12.2.
He's gained a second and a half to Pernian. I think he needs to get. I think he needs to increase it some more.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Roke is coming under attack, but he looks closer to Ka, doesn't he? The gap looks closer than 1.1 seconds, and the Kloss is also pretty close. Looks like it's tightening up a little bit between the front three.
Half a second.
Half a second is a yoke. A yoke.
Yo. Sontag is pitting. Evan Byrne, fastest lap. The fresh air, the free air is helping him a lot. Can express his own pace. And let's see where Sontag will rejoin. Let's hope he will rejoin around, I don't know, I had Chatfield at least.
Okay, no pressure. Just prepare yourself for the first gear. First gear.
He's done well in the first stint, but things are going to get a little tougher for him. And he's going to pit at around about lap 55 or so.
Oh.
That's a little late.
That's not good for Felix because
he's behind Willows.
Right behind Willows as well. So, yeah. I don't think this will help Felix.
No, definitely not.
You never know. It's true that you have the fresher tires, but yeah, it's complicated.
Yes, indeed.
1.0. Claus is closing now. It's 3 tenths behind. Shot for Claus.
He can't attack though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Burns has another fastest lap. He's increasing his pace.
Yeah, I haven't burned again.
He's doing well.
Closing in on time.
Not much happening really in the front three. It's been like this for a third of the race already.
I think close now is more closer than he has been in the whole race.
Indeed, but still not enough.
Yeah. If he does have a better traction here in these corners, he might have a opportunity, but I don't think he does.
All okay?
Yeah, no, was my dad calling, but the worst moment possible. So yeah, I will tell him to call me later. But yeah.
Sazonov is only one place away from the points, but he's on an unfortunate two-stop, so he's not gonna get a great chance.
Well, close is now close.
Yes, indeed.
No.
Half a second. Actually, Roke's gained the 10th.
It's half a second, but Roke is under the second.
Yeah. Indeed, this is quite a close affair. As Roke has gone deep, he's lost some time.
Yeah.
Plus, is right on his gearbox. He's gonna have a chance to pass him soon. Meanwhile, Byrne has caught up to Chang. He's gonna try to pass her.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting now to see if Byrne will have the speed to pass.
I think he
Laura?
will.
I think for sure the Ferrari engine is more affordable to be overtaken compared to the Mercedes engine. But
Yeah.
I think the same.
Willow's in the meantime down in 19th.
Well,
We have a Haas battling a Red Bull in two different scenarios. Byrne is gaining onto Laura Chang. The gap is half a second, and he continues to cut it down.
yesterday we're seeing Tsunoda battling against Berman, and today we're seeing in a much different situation in a house battling a Red Bull for a much higher reward. So yeah.
We also had Haas battling a Red Bull last year in Austria.
That's true.
Not just
Very
yesterday.
Well, Sazonov is pitting this lap. He will rejoin, of course, in last, most likely, because Sontag, that was ahead, is right now right behind Willows. Not
I'm back.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Sazonov is going to box now.
Alright, then. Where is he going to emerge, I wonder? As Byrne is getting closer.
Meanwhile, Suto passed Patel for 60.
This is why, because Vettel's got a transmission problem and he's retiring from the race.
First retirement of the day, and it's lap 24. So yeah, it's impressive. Still,
And it's unfortunate, that's what it is.
But yeah, I think that he haven't lost much because he wouldn't have gotten points today. I think it is what it is. A shame, but yeah. Hopefully, better opportunity will come for Raul to end well his adventure in Sauber before making the switch to McLaren for the next 2 years.
It's still looking quite close between the leaders. In the meantime, the yellow flags are gone. So let's see what's going to happen here next. Byrne has lost a little bit of ground to Laura Chung, it seems. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. I think Byrne needs to focus on building up the gap to Pernian, because Pernian will get the overcut and could help him out.
Yeah, most likely Perian, if he keeps this pace and stays close enough to Burn, he might get an advantage, because I think that Burn might also rejoin in traffic, and this will be a good advantage for.
Could be. Could be. It's difficult to follow close on this track, as road goes a little deep into Portimao.
Yeah.
He's trying to get on car, but he can't find any inroads. Kai has led this entire race from the start, apart from a 1 second when Roga is nose in front at the start.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's been Armor Car under control. As Kloss is gaining in the slipstream, but just not gaining enough.
He's behind, so it's one of these races where pretty much will be decided in the pit stops.
And Kloss is fueled 1 lap heavier. He could pull an overcut.
Oh yeah, he can. Absolutely.
Speaking of which, the pit stops will be soon.
Yeah. Lopez now might get in front of the Rossa, really.
He's been stuck behind him for a very long time. He's diving down the inside, but having to back out.
Probably he's appreciating the script behind the McLaren's rear wing. Yeah.
Ka, meanwhile, continues to lead. He's doing a decent job. Up front, as Blackwood is in P9, in front of his teammate Mocho. The Mocho is getting a little closer.
Suto remains stuck to behind Anderson. 0.8. So I don't know if Suto might be on a late 2-stop strategy, but yeah. We will see.
Roke is gaining a little bit, but not enough. And he's under a lot of pressure from behind, so he needs to be careful. One mistake could change everything in this race. Byrne tries to go for the outside of Portimao.
Sorry, Byrne. I'm confused with the names.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
So yeah, let's see if now Klaus has the possibility to realistically attack Roke, or it's just another delusion.
Not close enough. Meanwhile, Byrne is gaining in the slipstream. Laura Chung, this could be the move.
Burn. Yeah, it's fourth. It's fourth. Yes, he is. There we go. Evan Byrne is up to fourth.
He needed to make that move. Now he needs to push and pull away. Because Pernian is quite close behind. Chung has held him up quite a lot, but now Evan Byrne is free to unleash his pace.
And as of right now, the gap will be 9 points, because Evan Byrne still holds the fastest lap, if I am correct, but might be wrong. Yes, so yeah, 9 points right now, the gap in the standings between Pernian and Roke.
Indeed.
As it stands, Byrne needs to hold on and keeps the place and to bring it home. So yeah, how much limitation at the end.
Indeed so. Indeed so. He's already pulled a second onto Lara Chang, and I think he's going to keep on building that gap. He needs to prevent his Pernin from overcutting him, because if Pernin gets that overcut, it'll be curtains for Burns' chances.
That's the end. Also, oh, yeah, who locked up? I haven't seen it. Lamborghini, I think.
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini Suter spitting. First of the two stops.
I like how he made
Suter
that. I like how he made that into the song. As anyway, 1 second gap between the leaders. It's been like that for a while. Kloss is gaining onto Rogue, but just not enough. Rogue always finds a way to just paddle the gap just a little bit to keep it safe for him to hold that position.
It's crazy how it's a ping pong basically. Yeah.
Indeed so.
Eros and Suter are pitting. So yeah, these guys probably are on for a two-stop.
Lopez is finally free.
Yeah. Free bird, yeah.
No pressure.
Well,
Just
of course,
prepare
the
yourself for
Rossa
the
will
first
have the garage advantage, but it doesn't matter because
gear. Okay, no pressure.
he will be at yeah,
Prepare
two
yourself
stops
for the first gear.
for Suter. I think the same for the Rossa. Let's check and see.
Yes, it's a two. Wait, it's a two-stop. That's actually quite a surprise.
Yeah, pretty much this means their race is compromised, most likely.
Yeah, indeed.
Because look at Sontag. Sontag right now is stuck behind Willows. He hasn't
Meanwhile,
passed.
Quag is getting close to Burns. Burns, it's another fastest lap of 17.0.
And
Nobody can beat me when I'm Super 17.
I see what you did.
Yes.
Well, Sontag. Yeah, I was speaking about him.
Speaking of 17th, Andrea Federi is in 17th, and it's not a good day for Ferrari. Well, I think we've said this sentence many times this season.
Terrible day.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, possibly the worst day possible because look at how Baldinger was behind and he has already recovered him. Blackwood is pitting. I think Blackwood is not to stop as well because yeah, Jiri said that lap 33 should be the theoretical one stop window where it will start. So theoretically, this means that Blackwood is not to stop. Let's see where he has rejoined Blackwood. Blackwood, yes, 27.8. 2 stops for Blackwood.
He's in
Not
clean air. This is important.
This is
Very
true.
important for his chances.
Now let's see Chatfield.
Blackwood, is he going to the end or is he on a 2?
27.8 for him.
All right. Keep an eye out on next lap. I expect a pit call for Kai and Rogue as they're catching onto traffic, actually, the pair of them. The trio of them, I should say. Yeah, don't forget about Claude. Well, the lap cars could influence this race.
Yeah, a lot. I think Kloss needs to be ready to lap these cars ahead as soon as possible, because he might lose the train for the battle for the win if he gets in trouble with that.
Hold on a second. Willows is going for a move on Chatfield. He's got a straight line speed in that BMW engine, and he's finally made the move. Happy to 14th place goes Joseph Willows. Sontag is with them. He's right behind them. So is Federi.
Sontag got jumped by Blackwood, by the way. I just realized that.
So Blackwood made the overcut work. Another fastest lap for Byrne. So he's putting on quite a good show. As we're halfway down with this race, and we got pit calls for the leaders and traffic also.
Here we go. This might be the scenario that we spoke about before, where Rogue might get an advantage with the garage.
This might be his best chance to get in front of that Mercedes.
And interestingly enough, this will be the first win for Rogue if it happens. If it happens.
You mean of the season?
Yes, it's win of the season.
Well, let's keep an eye on it. This is the closest he has been all race to Armor Car. This will be a very interesting battle in the pit lane. Let's see, the 2 leaders are coming in. Klaus will get a 1-lap overcut on them, so keep an eye on that. But in comes Ka, and then comes Rogue right about now. And in comes the back marker of Josefrey Suto, who has a loose wheel. It's a loose wheel for Josefrey Suto, and he's coming in.
This might help slightly Bartos Klaus. Here they comes. Yeah, Rogue have the advantage.
Rogue, I think, is going to emerge in front of Ka. Burn another fastest lap, 17.005. But will Armor Car get jumped here by George Rogue?
Let's see what is going on.
Yes, he has been jumped. He's had to wait. Rogue has jumped him finally.
And this is crucial.
He couldn't get the move down on track in 33 laps, but he was close enough to get a jump in the pits. And now Rogue is the favorite for the race win, assuming that he gets out in front of Bartosz Klaus.
Look at this. Car will have traffic in front.
I think Ka is going to lose second place as well.
Yeah, most likely.
Burn is coming in, and he's got a 7-second gap to Perignon. I think he's doing a very solid job.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Burn needed fresh air.
Indeed.
Because he had a solid pace. Let's see Bartosz Klaus where he will rejoin.
Can he steal the lead here? He was close to Rogue. This could be his chance right here. Can Bartosz Klaus steal the lead? This stop will be crucial.
Okay, no pressure. Just prepare yourself for the first gear.
Let's see, meanwhile, Chang goes through, leads the race. Now Burn comes into the pits. Comes into the pits, but most importantly, will Bartosz Klaus rejoin in front of the 2 guys with whom he's battling? I think he will. Yes, he will. Bartosz Klaus is leading the race.
He's done it. He's on track for his first win since Aragon, his second career win. He's in front of Rogue by big margin also.
Yeah, and also Martins that will divide them.
This is just how strong the overcut is.
Indeed. Now the lapped car in front, that is, I think, Suto, would be a factor as well. So yeah.
Brilliant stuff for Bartosz Klaus. What?
Burn is not too far from Ka. But yeah, he's far, but he has gained a little bit.
I think he has the pace to catch him. Might.
Yeah. He needs to be lucky with the traffic. But meanwhile, what any lap from Bartosz Klaus. He has gained quite a lot. He was green on his personal best while he was coming in. So brilliant effort by Polish driver, who had many occasions to win races this year, but for unfortunate circumstances, this didn't happen. And today is a solid chance to see it happening. And
especially Baku, when he was robbed by the invisible debris.
Yeah. Visible debris that gave Jafari Blackwood an absurd win, first win of his career on his only 4th race start in Formula 1. So, yeah. So in general,
indeed,
he has been really lucky also with technical issues in many other races later.
Yep.
Then he disappeared a little bit with the pace of the car. So, yeah.
Martins in the Renault is not stopping for a while, it seems. Rock is trying his best to get closer to Klaus.
I think that now Martins might need to... Okay, Klaus might need to pay a beer to Martins if he keeps holding up Rogue right behind him.
Yeah, could be the case, very well.
Meanwhile, by the way, the Ferraris have been passed right and round. They are now 17th and 18th. Just notice that Sontag and Baldinger as well passed both of them. So yeah, a really nightmare day for them.
I wonder what Pernian's pace is compared to Byrne.
Let's check and see. Okay, so Perignon is... So there's Rook, there's Byrne, 17.0 this lap. And Perignon did 17.8, I guess. Think like this. Did a... He's improving right now.
Yeah, he is.
Whoa, yeah.
I don't think Pernian will be able to get the jump on Byrne, but I think he will be able to gain with the overcut.
He will be closer, that's for sure. I mean,
Yes.
for example, Moko will jump his teammate. That's quite sure for me.
Meanwhile, well, of course, he will. Blackwood is on the two-stop after all. Meanwhile, I was going to say, yes, meanwhile, Byrne is only 7 seconds behind Armarka. He still has time to catch him.
And the traffic will be a factor. So we might see a good end of the race. Meanwhile, the gap between
Mocho
Klaus
comes
and
in.
Rook is virtually... Yeah. Gap between Klaus and Rook is virtually 2 seconds because Martins will have to pit. Lopez is coming in as well, and maybe Lopez as well might... yeah, he will for sure jump Blackwood, but even now already, maybe.
Just prepare yourself for the first gear.
Let's see.
First gear.
Go now.
Oh, he had to wait Lopez, so he lost a little bit to Michael Mocco. Let's see now. Who's behind? It's Blackwood that goes in front of him, but that won't change things. So yeah, Lopez is therefore rejoining quite at the back of the group. Yeah. A lot. 19th. Aged well, what I said. And boxes lap for Julius Anderson, while Chang will pit in 2 or 3 laps, I think. Something like this. 18.3, really slow lap right now. Perignon is still 1 second behind, and I feel like I haven't seen the gap between now Perignon and Byrne. I haven't paid attention enough to look at that.
No, me neither.
Now, Perignon is pitting though. So right now, the question is 1 second, 14 seconds, 1.4, 0.4, 16 seconds, 16.3. So he's around 22, 23 seconds ahead of Byrne. So he will be behind. And I don't remember if Quag has pitted. I think he did. Yes, he did for sure, because he was behind Byrne before. Anderson is pitting now, but with all respect, that doesn't matter too much compared to what is going to be for Perignon. And there we go. Jesus Perignon comes in. We'll have fresh tires for the end of the race.
Yep,
We'll see
indeed.
where
Where is he going to emerge, though? He's gone quite late with his pit stop.
Just prepare yourself
But
for
I
the first
imagine
gear.
he will be behind
First
Byrne.
gear.
Go now.
I think for sure he will be behind Byrne. Because the pit lane is really long. And Martins is pitting as well. Let's see if he can rejoin at least ahead Quag. Because that will be crucial for him, and I think he will. Where is Quag? He's ahead, yes. So
Yeah,
Perignon is ahead. Quag is crucial. But I think
yes,
Quag is
indeed.
close. Yes, he is.
This is closer than Pernian would have wanted, though.
Yeah. I mean, the most important thing now for Perignon is being ahead of Quag, and Martins rejoins in 9th. Jumping, no, not jumping. I'm wrong. Rejoining just ahead of Blackwood, and at least
Yeah, he
rejoining
stayed ahead of him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but Blackwood is now going to the end of this race. That's a big difference.
my bad. Yeah. Okay, well,
Zhang in the
someone
provisional
else.
lead. She's going to pit in about 2 laps time. She's really been on this stint for a very long time. Currently has 1-2, but that's not going to hold, of course. As Willows comes out of the pits.
Willows and Chatfield, yeah. Gomez is boxing. Let's see Gabriel Gomez, where he will rejoin, because he's in the contention for a possible spot in the top 10. Might be a 9th place. Who knows? Let's see. Yes,
It'll be
coming.
interesting. We should jump to him, though.
It will be also interesting to see where Laura Chang will rejoin. I think she will rejoin behind Quag, but if
In
she
front
will
of
be close
Pernion.
enough, I don't know. I think
She
she will
was in front
rejoin
of
behind.
Pernion before the pit stop, so...
Right. So yeah. But she might be under.
He is behind Gomez. He's behind
Oh yeah,
Martins.
Gomez. Yeah, Gomez has jumped the Lamborghinis then, so it's really looking good as it stands.
Good stuff from the Toyota man.
Yeah, the overcut, if it has been done rightfully, works quite well. So yeah, the two-stop strategy therefore is the worst strategy you can have here. So yeah, whoever got the two-stop strategy has been analyzed, sadly.
Yes, indeed.
But
That's the unfortunate reality.
sadly, as it is a game, you get lucky, you get lucky. So it's always working like this.
It's
Meanwhile,
all in the
today we
game.
rejoined. Yeah. Meanwhile, 6 seconds between Burn and Cup. Gap is reducing more and more.
Quag is quite close to Pernion. I'm not sure if he'll have a chance to pass him soon. Of course, Pernion has a tire advantage, so there's that to keep in mind.
He does have an engine advantage as well, because his engine is a rocket ship. So if you want to defend on the straights, it's going to be a good thing for him. Meanwhile, Michael Moko attacking his teammate. Well, anyway, he will be 10th. That's for sure, but who knows?
It seems to me that Chung will stay in front of Pernion after she pits.
Yeah, I think Chang will stay ahead of Perignon.
She's 32
Perignon
seconds in front. Yeah, she's got a gap.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like 28, 29 seconds. The whole
And she
pit
comes.
stop phase and Chang can pin.
Well, that's gonna be good news for Pernion's rivals. We'll be gaining extra points on him.
Yes, indeed.
Chung comes out of the pits. She's
She's ahead.
behind Burn, but she's ahead of Pernion.
Yeah, she's ahead of Burn. Sorry.
By a good
Perignon.
margin, also.
Yeah. And watch out for her, because she might get closer and closer to Evan Burn.
Indeed,
That
Miro
how Evan
Bartosz
Burn
crosses
might-
in traffic. This could hurt him a little bit.
Oh,
Is this that
Carl!
kind of a
Guys
problem?
out.
His season
Unbelievable.
goes from bad to worse. It's a gearbox problem for Amarka.
Okay, the car is really good in qualifying, but does have a reliability of a the reliability.
I think it's championship
Well,
over. He was 80 points down on Pernion, now it's gonna be even more.
Oh my God.
Amarka is out of this race, and he led for so long of it, but now it's over for him. Got jumped in the pits, and now it's gone even worse.
Yeah, his championship chances were already lower than how Barley would win the Premier League, and now are definitely over. So yeah, completely a season to forget for him. Unlucky, really unlucky, because his performances have been really good, especially in qualifying, and it's such a shame to see him forced to sit out and watch out from the sidelines majority of the time. So yeah, This means that who have the chance to score a point? Maybe Lopez, because yeah, Sazonov is on a two-stop strategy.
Yes.
Um,
Me-
this case,
Meanwhile, this has promoted Burn to the podium and Chunk to fourth place.
This promotes Burn to the podium, and this means that Burn gains an extra point on Jesus Perignon.
Yes, indeed. So the gap should be 9 points because he doesn't have the fastest lap anymore, I don't think.
As we say, basically, Mercedes looked to gain points on Red Bull, but at the end, now this changes everything again because now Red Bull might increase a gap in the team standings and might make the final rush to possibly consolidate their lead with the team standings. Might
Well-
win
Well,
again.
currently Red Bull is 29 points ahead in the constructors, so it's going to increase. Not sure exactly how much. Not bothering to do the math. I think it will be over 40 points though. The gap.
Yeah, I think the gap now will be well. Red Bull is scoring. Oh, well, close here. He's having difficulties with the Ferrari of Chatfield.
Red Bull is on track to score 33 points, and Mercedes just 10.
Maybe 34 because of the fastest lap. I don't know who does have it now. I think it's always Burn. So it will be 51 points if Red Bull have the fastest lap.
And 50
meanwhile,
points otherwise. Yellows are still out for Ka. For how long, I wonder?
Yeah.
That Marshall is trying his best to push that car to another spot, but because of the terrain, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, it's not easy at all to push a car on an uphill. Oh well, Sazonov went wide.
Lopez is trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Lopez is behind, but don't need to rush it because Sazonov is going to pit anyway. Well, Suter is pitting again. And
I think he wants to
yeah.
rush it because that could be his ticket to getting closer to the cars in front. He doesn't want to be held up when he could still gain more places.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know how his gap is compared to Moto. I mean, oh yeah, 9 seconds. Yeah, it's quite difficult. I mean, E10 is on the cards more likely, but
Could be, yeah.
you never know.
So meanwhile comes out the pits.
Suter will win the prize of the last place finish today, most likely.
Look at the straight line speed of that Aston.
Yeah. As I said before, you might have the worst car on the grid, but if you does have the best engine on the grid, man, you're protected.
So if all Aston need to do is qualify first and second every race and they will win. What you're saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much they lose in the corners, they'll be impassable.
Well, the Marshal have done it. UPA.
Get in there, Marshall.
Yeah. Offer him 3 beers because the effort's done to push an heavy F1 car.
Yes.
It's not easy at all. Has not been easy at all. So yeah.
Yellows are finally gone.
So yeah. Meanwhile, Martins and Gomez might be on for a 7th place battle. So, because Gomez is less than a second behind him, and we've seen it already in 2 battling. We've seen it in Baku, and at the end it was Martins having the advantage on him. But let's see if Gabriel this time can get the revenge. I mean, well, here, yeah, Suto is pretty much an added mobile chicane as of right now.
Yeah,
but,
indeed. Here goes the other Lamborghini getting past him.
Of course, Michael only wants to bring home the car, and even 2 points for him probably is going to be a victory.
Yeah.
Scoring in front of your own fans is something else. And meanwhile, Chatfield is lapping himself. Whoa. Evan probably not going to be pleased with that. And yeah, Chris
Oh.
remain behind, please, because Chatfield, Chang is gaining on him as well. So,
Yeah, but
watch
the
out
gap is
for
pretty
Laura
big.
Yeah, but 3.7. The gap before was 6 seconds, so Chang is slowly gaining. Maybe she might get close towards the end of the race.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, 3 seconds between Klaus and Rogue. Klaus has extended the gap up front.
might be reduced if Andrea Federi won't get out of the way. Jesus Perignon. Keep it easy. Keep it easy. Jesus. So yeah, well, at
Could have
least
been a costly
good start.
mistake, but he's kept it together.
I give him, by the way, a 9 out of 10 slide here. I mean, good slide, yeah, Rob?
Yeah, a little bit of a drift. Just a little.
Yeah, just a little, but that's worth a 9 out of 10 of rating for me, for personally.
Yeah, I guess so. Meanwhile, Quag is 3.5 behind Pernian. I don't think he is catching him.
Yeah. 2.8, Chang is coming. 2.8, Chang is coming. And
Burn could be under a little bit of pressure then, it seems.
Yeah.
For the podium. 2.7.
meanwhile, Klaus is 2.3, so yeah, he has lost, therefore, with Federi. Federi might be good sometimes, but when he have to be lapped, not easy at all, yeah.
Indeed, Chang is
Here,
very close to running into the back of him.
therefore, Chang will.
She's lost 4 tenths already, and I think it's going to be even more
Yeah.
now.
She will add Chris Chatfield on the names on air that North. So
Yep, it's another 4 tenths or a second that Chang has lost.
yeah. Burn can breath a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, soon, Blackwood and Sontag will pit for the second time today.
I thought for a second that Soto had another problem, but no.
Oh yeah. Or the light appearing on his dashboard, but death panel, sorry. But yeah. Meanwhile, Martins is increasing a bit on Gabriel Gomez. I mean, I have to be honest, not a good day by Martins. Quite a lot behind compared to his teammate. 20 seconds, if I've seen it correctly. But yeah. Meanwhile here, Roque is going to have a fun time with a Ferrari. And it's crazy to think that, yeah. At the time George signed with FP Corsa, the only team that were willing to take George Roque or offered him a contract was Ferrari. And now Ferrari, as a revenge for the fact that George didn't accept the deal to race for a 19th position in 2024, is trying to lap themselves, but now remains behind.
Burn is going so much closer to Rogue, I've only just noticed.
Yeah. Oh, good luck to George Rowe. To George Rowe, to Evan Byrne on trying to lap Andrea Federi.
I think
Yeah,
Burn might pass his teammate soon. The gap has cut massively. Are we going to see any team orders at Red Bull in play or not? I would imagine not. I think they will let them race.
If they will be in real life, team orders would have happened already some laps ago. But yeah, now Bern will have to yield the overtake. So yeah.
Indeed, it could take a while.
Well, Blackwood, I think, is fitting. Oh, soon. 2 or 3 laps. So, yeah. Well.
Hmm.
Now it's 1.1. Let's see. Sorry, Bernal. Klaus has increased his gap, I think, to 5 seconds. No, 4.4 always. But Bernie is 1 second behind George Rook.
Yep. He's done a very good job closing down that gap. It was pretty substantial.
Well, Martins and Gomez are separated by less than a second.
It could be an interesting fight. As
Oh,
Anderson is
out.
pulling over, he is out of this race.
Well,
Engine.
engine. So Michael Mocco start to touch the iron because, yeah, this is a sign of worry for the remainder of the Lamborghini drivers. But the only one who will have a real chance to score points today will be Michael Mocco. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I saw a pit call for someone. But yeah. Yeah, it's Sazonov. It's Sazonov.
He is one of the two
Sadly,
stoppers.
That's the retirement for Chris Anderson.
Yep.
This is his second consecutive retirement. He retired in Mons as well with an unfortunate crash, and in a race where he could have been in the top 5 even, because he was really strong that race, and he had the pace to possibly fight for something important. But today, yeah, that wasn't the case. So at the end, his retirement doesn't change nothing. Third retirement of the day. Yeah.
Yep.
And meanwhile, I think that Sazonov will rejoin possibly in P14, something like this.
Could be.
Because, yeah, Willows and Waldinger are really far. Meanwhile, here, Chang had a bit of fun lapping the Ferrari. Not Ferrari this time. It's the other Ferrari. Now,
Ferrari are not having a good time.
absolutely not. A terrible day. Possibly the worst race of the season on paper for them. As meanwhile,
Ferrari have been nowhere.
It's crazy how they've been overtaken. They were probably the only car that was overtaken regularly, when you're seeing that basically everyone struggled to overtake. So
Yeah.
it's a round to forget for them.
Meanwhile, Haas with the same engine are winning the race.
Yeah.
Just shows what Ferrari could have done.
Probably Ferrari's president is wasting money on bettings. So that's why probably they haven't.
He's wasting money on blackjack and hookers.
Yeah. Probably he's a blackjack addicted, so yeah, that's why they've remained with no budget for the developments. But yeah, apart the jokes, Ra now just wrote to me that it's the 3rd retirement in a row for Prix. We are really unfortunate season, and now watch out for this because Klaus will lose time with these cars. This one is done.
Not a lot of time though.
Not a lot of time, but there's still 2 cars ahead, so they need to let him go. Clearly, Heroes are pitted, by the way.
Meanwhile, it seems Byrne has stopped gaining onto Rogue.
As of right now, yes, but these lap cars might open up things again. So yeah, let's see what will happen now. And meanwhile, he goes now through on Willows.
3 seconds is the 3 seconds is the gap. In the meantime, as the two
3.1,
Red
but
Bulls are not too far behind.
3.1, but with the advantage that now Rock will have to do the same, and Rock and
No,
Sontag together.
Rook is not a threat anymore.
No, I
That's
mean
my
that
opinion.
Rock will have to, yeah, that Rock now will have to lap the cars ahead, so it will be an advantage again for Klaus because Klaus has
No,
avoided the.
Klaus is just managing. He's just bringing it home.
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, don't worry.
I mean, well, here this battle between Willows and Aldinger won't help the two Red Bulls, as now Waldinger is
He's
close.
going down the inside.
We go through. No, well, Sontag rejoined in 12th after his second stop, and maybe Sontag might get a point.
I don't think
It's
so.
going to be interesting, but I don't think so as well. Let's see the gap.
Blackwood is pitting this lap in the meantime.
Yeah. I think it's 34 seconds behind Lopez. If I
Meanwhile,
saw
Rook
it
is getting
correctly.
held up. Could this open the door for his teammate Evan Byrne?
Might be. Oh yeah, Sontag is 26 seconds behind Lopez, so there's no way as it stands that he can coach Lopez. Same for Blackwood. I think Blackwood now has pitted, but will be like 20 seconds behind Lopez. So, yeah.
So the two-stop was not the most inspired strategy call.
Yeah. Therefore, the worst one, I think.
Oh, Byrne had to slow down there to brake mid-corner,
Yeah.
thanks to the lapped
Yeah.
car.
And it's Waldinger, man. Oh, Lord. And meanwhile, Perignan might lose time with the Ferrari ad. Quag is watching quite closely that situation because
Yep.
it might be an help for him. So let's see. 10 laps to
Byrne
go.
is
Wait.
still being held up,
Yeah. Get a
but
lock
he's
up as
lapping
well.
him here.
Finally goes through.
Zhang is 2.6 behind Byrne, but looks like she's not gaining much.
She will have to face the. Oh, Jonathan
Martin's
Martin's out.
pulling over.
Renault.
Suspension failure. That's another DNF for this race.
Yeah, fourth retirement of the day. And this means that Jafari Blackwood somehow is promoted to the points.
Yes,
That's
that's
good
right.
for him.
Yep.
Such a shame for Jonathan Martins was on second consecutive race where he won't score any point at all. The last race he had a 5 stops race because of many unfortunate circumstances, and today no points at all. So yeah, right now he's 6 in the standings. He might lose at least the position to Chong in the standings, and Quag will get close to him in the standings. So that's unfortunate. This means Gabriel Gomez is P7, and it's important for the fight between Toyota and Lamborghini. As it stands, Toyota will gain 8 points, so they will go to 84 points, while Lamborghini will gain 5 points, and now they will be 74 points. So yeah, they will have 10 points gap on Lamborghini.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Klaus is continuing to extend the lead further up front, though he's lost a little bit of time with the traffic. He's not bothered, though, I don't think.
Just entice that basically. Ross is even behind Ferrari. A terrible day for Kiro.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Willows has got Sazonov. We got
Oh,
yellow
yeah.
flags for
No,
Quag. Both
Quag as
runners
well.
are out.
I cannot
Both
believe
runners are out. Oh my goodness, it's a
I
transmission
cannot believe
problem.
it. It's
Within
crazy
one lap,
because
both Renaults.
it's like basically it was in the Champ Car where both cars, both the yellow cars of a French manufacturer, got an issue in the same lap basically.
Do you
Yeah.
remember in real life in 2019 Bahrain?
Oh yeah, yeah. With Ricardo and Hulkenberg pulling up
Yes.
in the same spot of the track. Oh man, yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness.
Oh lord.
What can I
Yeah,
say except my gosh?
yeah.
This is gonna promote Sontag to the points, I think.
Yes, that's a good thing. Good for him. At least that's a good reward of his pace. Even if, yeah, a bit lucky, but realistically talking, if he was on a one stop, I think would have been a strong contender for the points anyway. So,
Yeah.
and this situation changes a little bit the scenario between Toyota and Lamborghini, because I think that with that Toyota gains another point. But yeah, we will see it
Young is
after
just 1
10.
second behind Byrne in the meantime.
Oh,
We might have a battle towards the end of this race for the last podium spot. Is it
oh
going to
well,
be a
yeah,
double podium for Red Bull or a double podium for Haas?
you're actually right. Meanwhile, I just noticed that Sazonov is 11th, 1.3 behind Sontag. So, well, in a way, I'm praying that someone inside the top, another one inside the top 10, get an issue. Sorry, the guys who are inside the top 10. But yeah, I'm wishing for so. Meanwhile, here, Tuto lapped also probably even by the medical cars on track. Poor
That's
guy, terrible
brutal.
day for him.
Yes.
Yeah, but these explain how terrible the race have been for him. So yeah, brutal, but sadly, this is a bit the truth. Yeah, same can be said for the Ferraris.
Yeah, they are not having a fun day.
No, I mean, imagine Federi next season going from a car that is lapped every time to a car that possibly fights for the win. It's basically one of the wildest jump that you can do. It's basically
Yeah,
like
that's
McLaren
true.
in real life. Yeah, it's basically like McLaren in real life 2 years ago when they got that package upgrade coming
Yeah,
mid-season, and from fighting with the Breeze for 18th, they were fighting with Verstappen for the win. So yeah, it's pretty much like that.
yeah.
Yeah. 2.93 seconds, by the way, between Klaus and Rogue. So you just have to bring it on, Bartos Klaus.
Yep.
This also helps us on consolidating their third place in the standings, the team standings, because Renault won't score any point at all. So yeah, that's good for them.
Yep, indeed.
As meanwhile here, Vance Waldinger is still stuck behind the McLaren of Joseph Willows. There's a
Indeed.
car behind. Who's the car behind them? I think it's a Red Bull. Yes,
No,
I'm.
no, I think it's someone else.
Uh, it might be Byrne. You know.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, hold on. Meanwhile, 5 laps to go. Now close.
5 laps to go.
Andrei Sazonov.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. Might be Perignon. Might be
Perhaps.
Perignon because of the color of the dark color of his car.
Meanwhile, Gomez is on track to finish 6th. That's a very strong result.
Yes, it was Perignon. Perignon, as it stands, will have just to bring it home on a disappointing P5, and it's like Spa basically for Mercedes all
Yeah,
over again.
indeed.
They don't capitalize enough.
Meanwhile, nobody is gaining on anyone else, it seems, in the top 4. Chang was close to burn, but she's lost time since then.
Well, Andrei Sazonov has never been so close to the points as he was today. Really good race by Sazonov, I would say.
Yes, but it seems he will miss out.
Yeah. Anyway, even if he will miss out, in terms of performances, easily possibly the best performance of the season for him. And well, looking at the position gained, only Chang and Perignon have lost places.
Yeah,
Both gained 6 places. Lopez gained 5 places. So yeah, solid comeback.
and Klaus is going to win starting from P6. Very good drive.
Yeah, so Plus is going to be in P6. That's true indeed. Soon there will be 3 laps to go.
Yep.
That's the end. There you go. 1.9. Oh well. That's interesting. I think Bartos needs to be quick on lapping the Aston Martin of Andrei Sazonov.
I don't think he's under any threat.
Yeah. 117.1, by the way, for Roke. Fastest lap on the 64th lap for him. So solid pace, showing that basically.
Wait, Rock got the fastest lap.
No, sorry, fastest lap. His personal best lap. My bad.
Right.
I expressed myself badly. That's
It's alright,
my
don't
fault.
worry. No worry about it.
Yeah. Thank you. Meanwhile, here 1.7. Yeah, Bartos.
This race has died down quite a lot.
Yeah. Generally, sometimes you get exciting races. Sometimes you get a little bit more dull races. I think this race, expect. Yeah.
Eh.
I think this is one of the most quiet races in terms of chows in general. In terms of chows caused by a bug or something else. So all the retirements were mechanical failures. So this is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I cannot blame you because I would have an aneurysm if Chaos happens like it happened in Monaco 2014.
Oh god, don't remind me of that race. I was in contention to win it, but I fucked up.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that was worse. That was worse. Maybe even far worse than Monaco, because in Monaco you knew that it would have been a mess. But Malaysia under rain was a massive disappointment. It was things that happened after it. So we're nearly approaching the last lap, and yeah, Klaus is not attacking the Aston Martin or Sazonov, but he's trying to give an illusion. Yeah, he's trying to give an illusion to Rogue that is affordable to be coached, but it won't be coached. Yeah.
We're on to the last lap now, very shortly. There we go, final lap. And Bartosz Klos has done very well. In the first stint, he was matching the other two, Kai and Rogue, but he got them with the overcut, with the one lap overcut. And ever since then, just controlled the race quite well, and it's going to bring home the victory. Even if Rogue is getting a little closer now, he is no threat. There's no more places left for Rogue to even try and overtake. He's not close enough either way. Klaus has done an amazing job and he's going to take his second win very shortly.
Funnily enough, this will be the first win for Bartosz Klaus in 2 years in real life, because the last time he won, it was the last race before the hiatus. So after this race, guys, it's over. OC will be on hiatus again. But yeah, apart the jokes, a very good job by Bartos on that pit stop, of course, and on the in lap he has done. Roke now
Yep,
is
indeed.
closing in, but it won't be enough.
It's not going to be enough. Bartosz Klaus is going to take the win today, and what a fantastic result this is for Haas. They've done very well, both their cars in a 1-4 result. But here we go, the race leader, Bartosz Klaus for the final time, takes the checkered flag, and Bartosz Klaus wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. Fantastic drive from the Polish man. Roke is second, Byrne is third against the championship. Chung is fourth, and Perrin is P5. Damage limitation for Hispanian today. Joseph Willis is P12, Waldinger 13th.
Fantastic, well done, brilliant drive.
14th.
I'm not sure why the engineer is so happy for City.
I don't know why. Probably because he finished ahead of a car at least.
Maybe because he beat Chatfield, I don't know. Gomez is P6, very strong finish for the Toyota man, as Mocho takes P7 at home. He'll be delighted with that. Soto will be 17th only, a miserable day for him, and his teammate misses out on the points by a very small margin.
Yes, indeed. Blackwood is 9th.
Yep. 1.5 seconds separated Sazonov from the points. That one is going to hurt.
Yeah. And Sontag for the second time, for the second race in a row, will score points. Nice. And what a shame for Sazonov.
Yeah.
Well, now I think we'll pass Waldinger on account back of results. I have to check. So yeah, here's the race results. Rob, you can go first.
Okay, Bartosz Klaus takes the win today by 6 tenths in front of George Roque in second. There is Evan Byrne completing the podium. Laura Chung is in P4, followed by Jesus Pernia, then Gabriel Gomez and Michael Mocho. Then Franco Lopez and Jafari Blackwood. Felix Zonta is the last man to score points, and after him is Andy Sazonov. The second half.
Then we have drivers that have been lapped have been Joseph Williams in 12th, Baldinger in 13th, Federer in 14th, Ross in 15th, Chatfield in 16th, and last of the race finishers is Joseph Frederick Suto in 17th. Retired from the race are the two Renaults of Quag and Martins, then Anderson, then Ka, and then Patel. And the fastest lap goes to
It's
Evan
Evan Byrne. So he's gained an extra point there. He'll be happy with that. But that's been it from this race. Now it's time for the winner for the Polish national anthem.
Yeah. Be back soon.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and thank you, Yuri, for hosting. This was not the most entertaining of races, but it was still enjoyable. And yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for today. We'll see you again next time for the Australian Grand Prix, whenever we will see you. But thank you very much for tuning in. I have been Robert,
I've been Franco.
and this has been it from us from Portugal. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
See you.